Welcome, Twin Flames, to my channel, Rainbow Wizard. I will be doing a reading for Twin Flames in separation, in relationships, situationships, any that of you that feel you are on a twin flame journey. This reading is for you. I hope all of you are doing amazing. It's getting close to summer over here. More nice days, more and more of them. So the cards have a lot to say already using the Rainbow Tarot. No, Rainbow Wizard Tarot, but Rainbow Heart Tarot deck. Maybe it's still early in the morning. It's when I usually do these readings. So yeah, bear with me. Yeah, I always shuffle before I start the reading. So please, you can always fast forward. I am sure you do anyway, so you don't have to hear me shuffling and waffling. If this reading should resonate with you, you can like and subscribe. I will open the comment section. We are now in the season of a Gemini. Cards have a lot to say. I got a feeling already. And I also saw 0909, so which could mean there is improvement in relationships overall. Maybe not someone is born on the 9th. I am ready to do your reading. Oh my goodness, I haven't had my cards jumping so much for a while. It's like they're alive. The Ace of Pentacles, what a start. So it's a time for you where you are going to bear big fruits of your labor, but it doesn't have to be necessarily finances. Again, it can be a strengthening of, as I mentioned, 0909, strengthening of relationships as well. It's a better quality coming towards you. It's a time where you perhaps have learned as well something on your spiritual journey. Maybe you are dealing with a Taurus. Maybe some of you are Taurus. We are just coming out of Taurus season. Perhaps during sorry, this was Starbucks coffee. I will continue. Now, maybe here, during Mercury retrograde and Taurus, I am picking up that many of you could have seen a lot of synchronicities. Perhaps you didn't have any contact with your twin flame per se. However, I'm picking up it was still a time where behind the scenes, a lot of preparation, a lot of learning, a spiritual journey. It was a time perhaps you were really focused on doing, your day-to-day work, or in between you were reflecting about the union, but about spirituality in general. And yes, it makes sense here then with the Magician. You used all your resources to the best of your ability. So perhaps it was a past time where you really grounded yourself, or where you said, I don't actually like my job very much, but you know what? I'm going to make the most out of it. And you did make the most out of it. So people could have seen you as, wow, that they'd done a full U-turn. They were complaining about their job or seeming not to be happy, and you forced yourself to be happy, for example. Or maybe you forced yourself to do something, maybe exercise, or picking up again a hobby, picking up something you left undone or unfinished. So that's completing cycles, but also using the tools that you have available and making the most out of it, perhaps showing gratitude. Maybe you even gave a lot of your time to someone where normally you wouldn't have the time because you have to look after your own. You went out of your way, and these actions, you making the most out of what you have, you're manifesting abundance, you're manifesting love, you're manifesting good health. I'm picking up that many of you really use this time that have just been the period that's just been, you were very productive. Now, you could have been more in your logical mindset, and perhaps you put the cup, at the end of the table and said, okay, I'm going to focus on my strengths here. It's time to get down to business. So while you were getting down to business, your person, I see them more, they desire to collaborate. They could be someone that thrive in teamwork. They could be someone that need others to support them. But I think during the recent time, or currently as well, they're experiencing lack of support. There might be sadness. They have a feeling of lack. 5 of Pentacles is also feeling the lack. It is something that is going on internally, but the feeling is overwhelming. So everything around feels lack. So this, for example, can happen to someone that, and I hope that's not the case, of course, if someone have lost someone, and of course then wherever they go, it could be reminded of the person. So but also feeling that constantly that others don't support them because they feel this loss. So that's of course very common if someone lose someone that is that support network, something like that. But I'm picking up with this person here, it might be a financial situation. They feel powerless. Now, when it comes to the feelings of for you, they have been sort of missing in action, kind of sneaking around. See here with the 3 of Swords. With the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, I mean, this is them ghosting, disappearing, feeling the lack, but feeling sad at the same time. I'm seeing someone that is putting themselves in a situation of feeling sad, almost breaking their own heart. So they could have gone missing from you. You are not giving them the attention, but you're giving yourself attention. They are feeling sad for, you have not been taking any action towards them. And they feel already that you have turned your back to them, and they could have been sulking because of it. They feel small, they feel they have lost, right? This is someone that is looking at all the negative aspects, that they don't see that their behavior is why they're feeling lack. Desiring to collaborate, but actually doing the opposite is not giving them abundance. So, well, in their environment, and maybe it hasn't to do with you, but this is someone very much feeling that a victim. They feel that, what they did wasn't that bad. So why they feel very much sorry for themselves. With this around the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, I'm picking up there was one thing after the other happening. So this could be someone that really got beaten down, maybe during the Mercury retrograde, or things started to catch up with them, which often is the case in Mercury retrograde, right? If you do not pause and slow down, and you keep repeating a mistake or ignoring something that is right in your face, it can sort of get worse. So let's say you get into an argument that was a misunderstanding, but if you are aware in Mercury retrograde that misunderstandings can happen, you might be like, okay, it's the energy, it's not, let's not take it seriously, right? This person don't seem to be very much aware of energies and so on, so they could have just been, going full steam ahead and continue to not back down, for instance. And things went downward spiral for them. But see, so they are picking themselves up again. The Chariot, perhaps this person is deciding to go on a journey. This person can also have strong Cancer in their chart. Cancer moon, perhaps, or Cancer sun. Now, I think more of the Cancer sun. A Cancer sun sign, male, perhaps this person is someone that if they do get on that maybe doom and gloom, they can go properly into their own for a while, and they are so, you know, it's you can see here, or the gray, you can see the gray colors or clouds over them. That's how much they're fuming. They could have got into a little cave for a while, and they were just fuming basically, but they're coming out of that cave, it looks like. Sorry, ice cubes. Now, on the other hand, there is mirroring going on here, because you have been very positive. Again, you have been looking at your daily life as saying, I should treasure my daily life as it is, even if I am not on the beach with a pina colada in my hand and the sun is shining in my face and I have a yacht in front of me, which would be the ideal, what I want, just to give you an example. But you have sort of, no, I might live outside, and the weather is not that good, my job is not that good, I have little money in the bank, I cannot buy me what I desire right now, but what do I have? So because of that mindset that many of you could have sort of, it's more of an acceptance. It's creating a new energy around you. A new spiritual energy around you, where you have this Page of Cups and saying, oh, you know, let's just start off with that small feeling of enthusiasm towards love, for instance. But it was really hard. It had to take you all the other tools to pick that up. So you might have started with if your passion, you know, you picked up a new hobby and it gave you that, oh, actually it was nice to do that. It was something, you didn't start off with love, because love, you thinking of love came, you see the cup is like at the end of the table, because in this connection, you were like, right, love is not happening to me, but okay, I gotta get out of this cloud, right? I have decided to walk away from this union, or focusing on this union. So I'm seeing here, as you are focusing on something else and creating this new energy, there's someone around you, King of Swords. This person is stepping towards you as someone that wants to speak the truth, but you are also desiring a person that is communicative. So a person around you, so that could be, maybe they have Cancer and air in their chart, maybe Libra and Cancer. I'm also seeing a Taurus, Aries, but strong air sign at this moment. So someone here is studying you on a distance. So you might not know already that you are attracting your counterpart also, amongst others, to come towards you, because your change of perspective also in love, because you finally decided, okay, whatever have happened in my love that made me not believe in love, I'm going to walk away from that feeling, right? So it is more of a not walking away from a person. It's more of saying I can walk away and just not focus really off where you're doing here with the Five of Cups. Then you are constantly looking at the regrets or what someone did to you. So it's more of a neutralizing perspective, and you're being strategic here. So also sign, there could be an earth sign around you. Yeah, so it's you maybe have Scorpio in your chart. It's this sort of, okay, I'm ready to start fresh. It's a transformation. And now again, for some of you, perhaps when it comes to this twin flame journey, you have decided that twin flame or no twin flame, I cannot even think about the name of that union anymore, right? So as you are detaching yourself, and that's of course the classical example, as you are really detaching yourself because you're manifesting and you're focusing on your day-to-day and taking more of a leap of faith into the new when it comes to your feelings. So magically, it is this reconnection of your inner child, reconnection to your heart. It's that you probably have seen the Twilight, you know, when she dies as the human, and obviously this is science fiction. It's when suddenly the heart reconnects, but you watch inside her body, and it's this you know, he gives her the venom and then just have to leave her there, and just give up, and he starts biting in her and don't wake up, and then inside the body you see that everything starts flowing, you know, inside, and like these rivers of blood, and suddenly this the heart reconnects. So this is exactly what it's happening with you. Your heart is sort of on pause when it comes to your how you feel love, and also for this person. But something here is about to reconnect, where next time when you open your eyes, the world is looking different. There are colors instead of gray, in terms of romance, in terms of love. Yeah, that's a new chapter ahead. And underneath the deck here, 6 of Wands. So something magical is happening in the within this connection. Something truly magical is happening based on a complete shift in energy. It's a new you. And you know, after going through this person, what we will find out now, what's happened to them after an ending, your end in terms of more of a transformation, more walking away from any past hurt, to this person is a bit more, you know, quite a more a recent event here. So we'll find out exactly what happened, but it's almost like two people is leveling up in a different you know, different scenes, but still a change. So yeah, your person, King of Wands, is again someone that's picking themselves up, taking control, making a bold decision, and finding their optimism. They could be a ladies' man, a ladies' woman, right? They are taking the lead in love. Something tells me that this person now something happened to them where they felt very mentally trapped and restricted and helpless. There was an illusion around them. They felt victimized, that like the illusion is that they are constantly victimized, and felt powerless and suffocated and smothered. Wow, so it is a subconsciousness, like there's something to do with, oh goodness, gosh. So your person here, they might have stayed in a connection for a child, maybe a girl, someone they felt loyal to and faithful to. That was what kept them going, made them goal-oriented and consistent and ambitious and grounded to some extent. But something happened within their current environment, which is, right. I do see here that, I see this person is really going through a very difficult event. This have to do with close people to them betraying them, where they thought they could trust their environment. They thought they could trust, let's say if they've grown up somewhere, it's a community. They've always trusted these people. They always trusted family members, people they have invested in. And they might have left you where, as their counterpart, they left you here for dead in a way, high and dry, and stayed in a community where they invested in, but they experienced nothing but betrayal, mental conflict, argument, stress, intimidation on a day-to-day basis. And they could have also been robbed. They could have also been, whatever little they had, it was gone. This is an example what happens to someone before they have the opportunity to level up, because you can't really, if you can't really repeat that cycle with the same, at the same place. It's impossible. Well, maybe it is possible, but it's not going to lead to any forward movement here. I am seeing someone that repeated a cycle so many times, but it still kept going on and on and on, and get worse and worse and worse. This is someone that didn't heal the inner child. This is someone that could have surrounded themselves with the toxic people, but something to do with their loyalty came before love. Something to do with it has to do with an ancestor heritage. This, I'm not an expert in the field here, but their mindset is very, very outdated. I think they're in generations, this person have watched their parents live a certain way, right? It is that we stay here because it is where we belong. You cannot get out of this community. You have to, this is your home, this is forever kind of thing. And if it hurts you, that is, it can be something to do with religion as well, right? That is sort of, the misery is kind of wallowing around this city. It's a bit like Game of Thrones, the winter is lasting for forever, or other movies, right? Those kind of, another movie I'm seeing, it's a bit of like the fairy tale movie, the Snow White, right? It is the queen, ice queen, that rules the world, and everything's made of ice. That's only one ruler, and people have to live in this misery. It's that vibe. It's someone's mindset. It's someone making their world around a very, very small place. And I'm picking up this, right? So, there are, and something's going to remind them that, there are one universe, 9 planets, 204 countries, right? There are, islands, I don't know how many islands, but, it's like, at least 800 islands and 7 seas, right? And they had the privilege of meeting you, connecting here with you, with the lovers. They had a connection here with you. That was their savior. That was that privilege they had of meeting you, all of that. But still, they stayed here, right? They stayed here. So that has to do with someone like trauma bonding, like someone is, almost, I don't see the devil here, so I just see trapped in a world. They're trapped in their own mind. This is someone also under a spell, in a way of that, almost that a person, perhaps if it's a female figure, it doesn't have to be here, but it's like almost like a wrath spread across. Look, everything feels crystal and frozen. It's that, as someone have to really hit the rock bottom here to say, right, now it's time to leave, right? It's like, so one thing, a domino effect of misery repeating itself while they have just been standing there watching and saying that, well, that's your life kind of thing. But here they're open to new ideas, new ventures, new, but this person have wasted a lot of time and not getting that. They should have left the building where they are a long time ago. I don't think I've ever seen so many cards all at once there for especially how they feel. This person's feelings are I'm picking up this very much of like opening their eyes in the morning and you look outside in black and white, or look outside and it's like, it looks like it's in the middle of the winter, minus 20 degrees, right? And you know, the sun is shining and they should be jumping up and down. It can also be that someone have not been treated for mental, like mind disorder, where I'm seeing also it can be that if they took the right help and maybe a treatment to get some help to get out of a mindset, that also this could be someone that also need that. There can also be someone that say or maybe they have, I know it could be bipolar, it could be depression or ADHD, or you know, anything that have got them into a certain mindset of stuckness, for example. I don't really see addictions here either. It can also be to do that, you know, they're constantly blaming it on, let's say, okay, they have a loss in finances and they are not linking it up to say, it's like their mind is on repeat saying, I don't have nothing, I have to stay still because I have nothing, right? That voice, it's like that. They could have OCD on that. It's something, yes, if they get also medical help, they can have that help for their mind to take the actions, because here it's something else involved than, you know, of course, if they were in prison, then they are also in prison. Regardless, though, it's something that someone could need help, and it looks like that's happening here now. So over at yours, you might be you have Aries and Leo in your chart, perhaps Gemini, Pisces. You've regained a lot of this resilience. You build a lot of resilience, and you might see proof, meaning that when challenges happen to you, you don't get in your head as you used to. Your skin is thicker than ever, and not for real, but it's that you can face anything at this time. You feel brave. You feel just to go out in the world and not feeling scared of being hurt at all. Again, because with the Magician, you take an action. You take an action in all areas of your life except love. Except love, you have left. You might also, because of really using your expertise, you might have over manifested, meaning, you have used one of the tools way too many times, or you know, you might have here, it's that the ones you are taking so much action, and you are really, you know, you could have picked up so much. You started with, you know, working hard and harder in your day-to-day work. You then decide, let's fit in a couple of exercises during the day. Let's do the hobby in the evening as well. So you may have here sort of taken on too much, where there's no time to do anything else. So balance could be off. So in the coming period, there might be sort of you there might be you getting this sort of signs from the universe and synchronicities, or it could be birds you're seeing suddenly, something that is sort of in front of your eyes saying, hey, hello, can you don't work too much, or don't overburden yourself, right? It might seem that you are doing the right thing, yes, but you know, don't forget that you also had a privilege of meeting someone out of the universe and 9 planets. So that's you are sitting here with the 4 of Cups, not saying love is not happening to me, I don't. You could be in this sort of mindset that I feel nothing. And I'm getting the Whitney Houston. I will promise you I will not sing it. I feel nothing. But that's, that's what I'm picking up. That you feel nothing. That you almost feel, it's almost like you got cured of a disease. That you say, I feel nothing, that's great. But then perhaps as well, you have this sort of inner knowing, well, you know, I don't really want to continue feeling nothing in the love department, right? Love is, after all, what drives us forward. It's not only that you are forcing yourself to work 100 hours a week because of your pure determination, right? Love for your family, love for your friends, love is a crucial part. So now, a twin flame is around you. They're showing up as an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is very, very strong. At least they would have these elements in their chart. And if not, they can also be born year of the horse, year of the dog, year of the tiger. Someone is getting out of a very difficult situation, and I believe it hasn't got anything to do with you in terms of what's happening. This is someone that's refused to get on the twin flame journey, not only to say, they could have been with you and been so happy. No, that they didn't more sort of follow the journey in terms of leveling up and going on a journey of improving their life. They decided, since they met you, to only stay in the same place. And they could have sort of been very stubborn and said, at some point they were following you, they wanted to go on this journey, but then their mindset kicked in and said, no, I'm not going to follow them. That's not who I am. I'm the one that wear the trousers, or I'm going to show the universe and everybody else that, no, if I didn't meet them, I would have stayed here. Something that's been driving them to stay where they are. And again, they have to wallow in their own decisions here. And they're realizing that no one is calling them, asking them where they've been. That's only themselves. So they trap themselves in their own mindset and stubbornness. But again, this connection is sort of happening. It's like, it's like suddenly these 2 dots, right, are reconnected, meaning that they are like really getting this, it's because the resistance, it has moved. Your resistance have moved from them. You are no longer in their world, chasing them, meaning you're not even chasing them as in you're not even thinking about them. And that is what is causing this shift. It's like you're not even thinking of them. They wake up one day, and that's when they know what the cold will feel like. That's a different cold than not having enough coins in their hand, right, to go to the bakery, right? It is different cold. It is they're realizing that when you are connected with them, when they're thinking of you, or when you are thinking of them, somehow they kept them going. But now they felt the real cold. They want to get out of the cold, back to connecting with you, but somehow they do also feel that is an illusion. But here we see it also has to do with you, that you will here start focusing on that I do want romance. I do not only want these burdens in my life and feel this secretive holding back. The magic needs, I need magic in my life, right? I need magic to feel this even more passion, and that is purpose behind it. So it is this finding the purpose at the same time. It is finding that, wow, I was really lucky to meet this person. It could also be that suddenly within this connection to people's mindset is that where you in the past may have thought, let's say each to your own, this person have a bad experience, let's say with living with someone. So they have in their mind, they say, living with someone only caused me depletion, it is doom and gloom. In your world, you are saying, in my connection, I always had to be the one taming the player. I was always the one that felt unrequited love. So I'm not going into that situation. I don't need it. I'm walking away. And it is here, I would say, it is two people really saying that to yourself, that, isn't it better to have love than not to love at all? Isn't that feeling worth it all? Has it got any worth to me? And for you are going to think more and more that maybe you feel that I don't have time to feel love. I don't have time to it. Imagine if love came to me, I don't have time for it. So you're going to change your mindset about that. So it is, I am feeling here, two people, each to their own, will stop measuring love as if it's something you put in your calendar or something that is going to affect your bank account. It is to do more with a heart space. It's a bit like that, the emotion code with the heart, right? There is this, you can do this healing, right? Breaking down the layers, barriers around your heart, which is during a human life, you create this from trauma, protecting your heart more and more and more. Something here is affecting that, where it's triggering this love in a different way, and looking at the union in a different way, more as I said before about, in a universe in 9 planets, you had a privilege of meeting each other, right? That was a privilege, not a burden, right? So something is magical is indeed about to happen. So no, really should just leave it at that. finally the rainbow wizard have come to her senses and used a reasonable amount of cards, right? But now we are going to continue. Let's look into the next chapter. So we'll pick a deck, but if you see here as well, there are colors. There are colors appearing. What is happening here with the lovers, with this reconnection? It's something to do with reconnecting with an inner child. Also, right, the way you will feel instead of a burden on your end, it is that you are leaving behind, and you can't, I don't think anyone can say, you can't put a date in the book and say, that's when I'm going to leave someone behind. It is more something that happened to do with, with time. But you are going to feel that in the time of burden where you don't really have time, life is busy, there is an event happening that is magical. With a star, it's usually magical. Something, again, that gives you a feeling that you haven't felt for a long time. This is could be a first time. So the death card is also, of course, so sorry if anyone has experienced something as of in real death. I mean, that must, that's, I have been fortunate never to experience with someone so close. But I can imagine, well, I can't imagine because it hasn't happened. So if even putting an example as in love, I suppose it is that of a time where you have not been able to feel certain emotions, that there's something magical coming to life where you feel something you haven't done for a very long time. In regards to your person, this is someone that have put themselves in a situation of repeating something they said, oh, this is my soulmate, perhaps is the Queen of Swords, because this person here did not want to feel anything. They felt in control by being the leader, feeling that, oh, there's something about their importance of feeling in control, took the beating of hostility in a way, where maybe there are small apologies, or it's something about more of a stubbornness to also, there could have been like, oh, I have a business with this person, let's just stay here. We have a child, let's stay here, things will be better. But then again, not becoming any change here. So they might here also go decide that, okay, I need to get away. So I don't know if this person is in a relationship. I can't see it really, but it can be something to do with a setup they have with someone, whether it is how they decided to live, or if it is they have a child. There's something about a setup, but it is that I'm visualizing that, say, someone opening the fridge saying, this is, sounds like I'm speaking about the 1800s, but let's give an example of that. We're opening the fridge and saying, we have 1/2 loaf of bread left and a glass of, half jar of milk. Our child won't get any food. So the person, the man, right, says, or turn it the other way around, right? I'm using an ancient example, saying, okay, I need to go to the markets to get this now. Can the child come with me? And as they go away to the market, something in them brings back that inner child. They're on a little journey, and when they're on this journey, they are seeing that, wow, there is something outside of the gates that I haven't experienced for a while. I need to experience it, right? 5 of Pentacles, insecurity, poverty, feeling lost. King of Cups, the Tower, the Knight of Wands. So looking then sort of what's happening behind the scenes here, I am seeing that this person, you might be dealing with a Scorpio that did not want to get in tune with their feelings. Again, someone, I'm also picking up, maybe it has to do with mental health. That could also have been to do with why they don't feel a certain way. So they rather decided to sort of keep repeating this, showing loyalty, persistency, but at the same time more of a not being serious, right? This is someone that didn't see clearly, acted more superficial, right? Paid attention to you when you look a certain way, or when they could give you a compliment, more something superficial, right? But here is you, the Empress, moving into your divine feminine. You could have spent some time in charity. You could have spent some time really trying to give to other people. I'm seeing here also that facing your fears throughout this time. So that was sort of between you two in the past. It was this, there's something to do with the Tower moment happened here. Something could have happened fast, where this person showed almost that they want to marry you. All of a sudden it was over because this person ran. You've seen the clarity about where you should plant your seeds, and you gain confidence. You had a leveling up here. You also find the joy here with balancing and adapting to a new life. But there's something about the moon here that has been in the way, in terms of something about not facing fears. A fear of what exactly, right? It is that maybe the fear is becoming that, what is the fear? It's almost fearing. It's almost that they were fearing you. Maybe after a Tower moment, they felt I cannot come back, because they won't believe me, they won't look at me. It's something about a major fear. All right, spirits, please give me Additional messages. Knight of Wands, right? This person decided to, yeah, the Moon. Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, so I see here, so behind the scenes, where this person showed emotion, pulled them away, things came, a burden, something about the Moon, Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands. So I see here as well, this could be someone that they have always let, you know, can't speak, being manipulative. Yeah. Right. A person in their surroundings, or let's say when it came to suitors, whether it was a relationship or not, they were more comfortable in someone that treated them bad. So because you didn't treat them bad at that time, they were the ones. So because this person could be someone that's required to be, or they thought they were required to be under the thumb. So they were dealing with someone very, possessive, very, after checking on them, like it could have been sort of a type of a karmic way, whether it's, I don't really see a relationship, but the kind of, sorry about the noise here, it's a bit like this person wanted drama around them. So the kind of, let's if someone that's were very seductive towards them, right, that they kind of put a burden on them, let them be sort of that person that didn't really evolve. I'm seeing that they wanted to almost be manipulated. It's almost a bit like that made them feel better. It's something about inside of them. It's a wound they were not prepared to heal. It's kind of that toxic behavior, right? That there could have been, again, chasing some sort of thrill. It's very much I'm getting something that someone will do in their 20s when you explore all kinds of people. Because the Knight of Wands is also someone that travels. So maybe they travel there, they come from a small town, maybe they traveled and there was all kinds of exciting people and they like danger, for instance, right? Because they went traveling here with the Two of Wands. See here, and in the universe, they found you, right? But then there was something inside of them. They wanted the magician. They went for what was obscure, like with the Moon. They went for here that because they did not heal their wound here. This was someone that on the same journey they met you, but they wanted what was not healed, because they were not healed. They were not able to give this love. So they stayed here with the Queen of Swords, someone that equally did not heal their wound at all. So I see that this person decided to stay in perhaps karmic connections, a certain type of connection, and that might be that this person have experienced. This is someone that became. They're mirroring, I believe, a parent, where perhaps their father, they maybe would have listened to their father when they went maybe to the pub with them, just as an example, and they were saying, oh, that person is always there for me. I can come and go when I please. Someone that like to brag. So they mirror that father, or they mirror a mother maybe saying that, I don't care about this, my husband, he's always there. It's something about that they listen to small talk, how their parents were kind of ranting, and they looked up to that parent. They thought, that's how I'm going to be. And maybe one of their parents passed away, and they continue to mirror exactly what they didn't like in that parent. So this is someone here that have just sort of been on this journey to be attracted to be more of a hostile sort of you know, that yeah, it's very hostile type of connection. And you see it's very often, and most experienced a connection like that in a lifetime, because it's part of healing, right? Not everyone, but many do, to just stay in a connection where they feel committed, just to stay with that person. Perhaps that usually it will have an ingredient like either money, very often, or seduction. But I think here it was more the money, the business, where they feel that they could also speak. This person here is someone that don't want to feel loved, because when they feel loved, they can't be as direct. So with you, they felt this instant love. They felt that they had to care for you. Part of them felt that, and they got scared of those feelings. They didn't want to feel like they felt weak. At that point, they felt that weakness will be the end of them, when in fact it would have been the beginning of something great. But they went the other way, so therefore it was the beginning of their end, in terms of that they didn't use this journey as improving themselves, improving that healing, that behavior perhaps they really didn't want. It was more of a sabotage. I have not seen the devil in here, by the way, so far, which for me it will say that, it's a sign here that there are no addictions involved per se at this time. That doesn't mean that it's for everyone, but I would see here that's not the element. It's more repetitive sort of behavior. So if you see here, then they decided just to they have been on an autopilot to. It's almost like this is someone that would just, oh gosh, I hate my job and I have to do some really hard work, and they're sort of, I can do this though. Right, and I go home and well, I'll do what I have to do, right? Maybe we'll travel together. This is someone that just say, and there is a child, right? Then of course that's them, like, I want to be there for my child. My child didn't have two parents, I want to stay here. So that is of course another third reason to stay. But there are so many reasons. But I feel it's not the addiction, but it's one thing that they feel, okay, I cannot leave, because it's just imprinted in them that's not what they can do, right? But there is no other solution than staying put. But there is. So what's happening here in terms of, okay, Spirit, can I please get a few more tarot messages? Will they contact their twin? What is about to happen? What is the next step? What is the next step on this journey? What is the next actions here? Four of Wands. Yeah. Union. Oops. Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Swords, Page of Wands. Something to do with clarity of the communication, where it feels the Empress. I see also that whilst you are working, there might be someone in your work surroundings, so there's something about you are working so much, you don't really think so much about the union, or you might not have known that you are kind of a healing, right? You're not really paying attention to, see here, the Seven of Cups. You might be feeling that you have manifested, see here, it's like the Aladdin's lamp. You have manifested love, but you are not really aware that love is about to come forward. Page energy is around you, so you're not really thinking much of it. A wish fulfillment is coming towards you that you predicted, or sorry, not predicted, but manifested. But you might also hear it is dangling in front of you. It is going to be dangled in front of you, but as always, manifestations never happens that way. Actually, I had to laugh about myself, and it was just something that I think it was during the pandemic, right? So I wrote down a lot of little notes, and I threw it in my wardrobe or drawers where my clothes, I think it's my socks were. So I just written down, right? There was a number that I written down, something I was going to achieve to do with the number. And then I achieved it. This is 3 years later. And I had to laugh to myself because it was something that I never thought I achieved in exactly that measurement, right? And I was laughing to myself, and I was like, oh, right. I wrote that down, and then I didn't realize it because it doesn't appear to you how you think it will be appearing to you, right? You might say, let's say when the union is coming together, you might be like, well, I know when they are appearing because, right? Or I know it's going to be looking like that. They will be looking like that. They'll be coming forward that way, right? And as always, when it comes to manifesting, I don't have the law of manifesting. I'm not an expert, but I believe when it comes to manifesting someone back, it is more it's not really based on hovering over someone's picture and saying, come back, come back, come back. It's more, manifesting someone back is again to do with not really naturally not thinking about them. It sounds complicated, but it's like suddenly in front of you, but I don't think they have shown themselves really to you. They are looking at you because they are recognizing that is you. They are now looking at you as saying, they are no longer looking at you as someone that is after them, blocking them for having fun or looking like there is a burden. They are now seeing, they have started to see actually that they went for the wrong option. They went for the wrong choice. It is you that they admire. It is you that is the person that inspire them and are not in their way and doesn't want anything from them other than that they are looking at you, admiring you from a distance to what you have achieved, but you might not see that they are watching you. So you might feel that this person is long gone as well. You feel that they are long gone. You have here sort of, I see that you are definitely coming into a place of feeling that there's something about you now seeing that you have the power to create, to manifest, but also to, when you take a certain type of action, you will see result. You're proving that to yourself. So before the Four of Wands, there will be a moment here of standing still, right? So the Hanged Man also, if you see the Death card, is like the skeleton. It is that silence of, okay, you might feel at this time where you are not, again, it's like that neutral feeling before someone sort of take action. Something is about to unfold that you're not expecting at all. And again, you might not even realize, right there and then. So I don't know which ones I should use. We'll check out these. Can we see if we find some, who is this person? Any messages on from the Chinese deck? So this person might be the year of the dragon, or you might be the year of the dragon. So you have, so this might be 1988, right? This might be 1976. So yeah, the dragon can also symbolize Taurus, right? That this person have Taurus elements. And the year of the pig is the other one, and the year of the rabbit. So we are also in the year of the rabbit, so something can happen here. There's something about reconnecting. The year of the rabbit, year also pig and dragon is very compatible. I know that much, and rabbit is for Pisces. So I don't know dragon and rabbit, but again, you know, I would say when it comes to the Chinese signs, I don't think many look at it, but yeah, they can also have a. I know there are some that is not ideal, especially in relationship, but now should we find some other cards before I round up on the tarot messages? It is definitely here in this twin flame union, right? That, yeah, finding that you have an insane chemistry, that you do like each other equally. It is at this time, though, it is something to do with extending, mirroring perhaps as well, mirroring each other's self-image, reflecting on the wounds that you have experienced. It's looking at the union with with new eyes, a new vision, right? So again, the mirroring is coming over. There is a strong mirroring going on, even though I think your realities are different, but here there is a possibility of a new phase, rekindling, changing of the mind as well, enjoying each other, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. I also see that this have, of course, to do with a twin flame union. I believe that because it's only one experience like that, you with someone else that is a soulmate or someone that you have had a relationship with in the past, you will know that there is not possible for me to get those feelings for someone from the past. So usually that will not be your twin flame. But with a twin flame, yes, it can be have a rebirth of feelings, and that might surprise both of you, that in fact that is possible. Something impossible becomes possible. Pretty much. Yeah. The impossible becomes possible. And it's because you are not expecting it. It is also that missing ingredient in both of your lives. And also what I'm seeing here, that it is to do with the mind. This person, when they come towards you, will have a different mindset. You could have a different mindset. Both of you, it's a kind of a funny thing here, are scared of commitment right now. I think you are more sort of feeling, wow, I have the best energy ever. I feel great as I am. A relationship, no way. This person could come out of where they have trapped themselves, but it's something about you are now looking at this union as more of a, it's a spiritual union that have stood its test of times. It is a spiritual union where you have actually experienced so many cycles and so many lives, and you know that because you are the one and the same soul, the expectations, thoughts that you have are usually yours, right? It's your thoughts, it's not theirs, but you feel that it's theirs, and they come to know that their thoughts about, let's say, oh, I don't want to have a certain commitment, right? It's their thoughts because of their own thinking, and yours because of your own thinking. So it's something that is changing whilst you have been reflecting, whilst this person are missing this union. And it is here, it's a strong sign of two people saying that this union is not like any other union. This is not the type of union where there are rules or something that is conventional, this is what I wanted for myself. The person can fulfill that part of me, that it's a part of me. So it's very much of a spiritual acknowledgement about this union where so that's a new chapter. It's very much of a new chapter happening in this union. The justice, right? It's the mirroring here as well. She looks at herself, it's a mirroring. So the energies involved also Taurus, Libra, Virgo. See, that connecting with the past, looking at you from a distance, still here, coming up with the 10 of Pentacles. However they twist and turn this, they're always coming back to you as the only person that can fulfill them, because you are the only person that is the other half of them. So instead of running away, they want to run towards union. And it's a different type of running towards feeling from both sides. So it is here, you could see a lot of synchronicities, but I am strongly seeing on their end, right? They are still scared to dip their feet in the sea. They are still in this absorbed in this sort of a place of drama. You know, there are a bit of that mindset, but there is a change here, and quite a magical change. So you might hear from this person in terms of reaching. When you hear from them, you could also be like, oh, I'm glad I don't have any feelings for them. It's so weird. They reached out to me. I haven't heard from them. And the way they speak to me is very different, is very strange. But okay, I'm happy for them. So I'm also seeing that you are sort of not looking at this person as this person may give you hardship. And that's going to prove to you that, in fact, that you have healed wounds when it came to this union. So quite a beautiful reading. I think it's one of the best readings in terms of, you know, the healing I have done on the Twin Flame series. And I think that we should just give these advice cards that are always so messy here. Is it Maruk? I mean, my pronunciations are always off. Okay. They're all upside down, but anyhow, I'm going to read you some of these. I draw a few for myself as well every day. I like them. But yeah, do not give up because something did not work out. Yeah, true love will find you in the end. If all you're doing is waiting for really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. And lessons in life will be repeated until they are learned. Rejection is for your protection. You will get what you wish for, but is it truly what you want? You have special gifts. Never surrender to the normal. A detour is available to you right now. That can be a benefit. And know that you are protected. And so I'm seeing here, there is like there is a mixture here of two souls, where it's most on this counterpart here. They have this dipping their toes in the water, realize that each step they make and each sort of you know, that things backfire for them has to do with their own feelings, own environment, not to do with you in a way also. So I see that here is any more. Yeah, what is the main issue right now for this person is finances. They have, you know, they have this confidence, right? They have a confidence within them that they have the ability to take action. They do, but this time they have to go it alone, and they have a bit of an ego here. But they know that if they don't go on this journey away from where they are, again, things will be repeated. They are dealing with someone, the Queen of Swords here. That is, we also see here, there could be sort of a breadwinner, someone that allow them to be a certain way, right? There is constantly sort of battling, right? Secrets. There is that in the environment they have, they are realizing more and more that is very, it is what is bringing them this constant repetition that they cannot, it's perhaps they are becoming more mature, right? So it's that they know where their sun is. It's something about them having this awakening that I'm also seeing it coming back to their first action It is something to do about them saying, I need a trip to get away from it all. And somehow they might sort of go home, right? They might go home. They might have also a mother figure that advises them, or a female that is giving them a good advice about, you know, don't you think it's time to, you know, park this? And they could have this conversation I'm picking up with someone that they were saying, but you said that I should stay true and loyal and something like that. And then someone says to them, no, that's not what I said. So it's almost someone also realizing that they listened to something they created in their own mind. They could have said like, oh, now that was someone's wish or so on. So it's them here experiencing this, you know, a new chapter by maturing, and then seeing that, okay, actually they made their own, they created this situation around themselves that is kind of unnecessary, right? To live that way. It's like they are not living by someone's, it's almost like they were, okay, this was my, you know, someone's last wish, right? I must do it, right? Adjustments, yeah, are required. And you are very close to achieving your goal, stepping out of your comfort zone, and nothing here is yet set in stone. And indeed, believe in the impossible. They're twin flames. Hopefully the sound is okay. I have a new microphone, but I'm no sound expert. So thank you. Leave a comment. Have a wonderful weekend. I am traveling next weekend, so some of the readings might be next Monday or so, but yeah, just a heads up. Much love.